This is 7 National News. Here are the headlines. Ruler of Dubai reshuffles board of Dubai Real Estate Corporation. TRA announces national emergency plan for telecom sector. And Japan's TEPCO suspends cleanup at Fukushima nuclear power plant. And in our top story, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, has issued decree number 20 by reshuffling the board of directors of Dubai Real Estate Corporation. The decree states that the board will be chaired by Sheikh Maktoum bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, whilst Hisham Abdullah Al Qasim will be the deputy chairman and CEO. 6 other officials were also granted membership for a period of 3 years, subject to renewal. The decree is effective as of the date of issuance and will be published in the Official Gazette in the near future. The Telecommunications Regulatory Authority today revealed its national emergency plan for the UAE's telecom sector. Potential threats such as lack of water, electricity and fuel to cyber threats were discussed by experts, including Etisalat and DO, to provide the best communication services should an emergency arise. Additionally, a framework for licensees to comply with important conditions such as business continuity was also discussed. They'll be given to the end of this year to make any amends to the existing plan, after which the final memorandum of understanding will be made official. Training workshops are planned and the TRA is expected to work closely with the National Crisis Emergency Management Authority to deal with network failures during emergencies. Statistics show that the telecom sector in 2009 contributed to 4.9% of the country's GDP.
What we are doing here is we are putting a plan which is compatible with the national emergency plan of the country, as well as within the sector they have to speak the same language. We have a unique situation where we are advanced in having our own emergency plan, but this emergency plan is compatible with the bigger picture. Again, we are a sector, but we have to work under the umbrella of ANSEMA. Both operators, they have already made significant investments in certain areas of their network in order for example, if the cable cut happens, they reroute their traffic. They have already built a lot of contingencies in their network. However, what they need to do is just streamline their operation with this plan.
The UAE Ministry of Civil Defence announced the launch of the first ever fire safety technology forum in the region. According to senior officials, the event will contribute to the further enhancement of existing measures and practices that will ensure the maximum public safety in the case of emergencies, such as fire incidents and earthquakes. An array of international speakers will share their expertise along with the latest technology. Khadija Salih has this report.
In the past, the summer season in the UAE has been equated to fire breakouts. However, since 2008, civil defense officials say there has been a decline in the number of such incidents. They attribute this to many factors, including public awareness. Major General Rashid Thani Al-Matrushi, Director General of the UAE Civil Defense, announced the dates of the inaugural Fire Safety Technology Forum in the UAE. According to senior officials, this will further enhance existing fire safety and prevention measures.
The number in Dubai been reduced 44% from the previous year. And this reduce, of course, there is some elements being adopted by civil defense, such as we got a system which discover any problem or any fires in the buildings. This conference is gonna cover the best practice in fire service in the world, and we will have 4 main VVIPs. The leader of the fire service in Hong Kong, in Singapore, in French, and in England. We hope to look forward to increase our knowledge regarding the best practice in the world.
Recently, senior officials from the civil defense across the country visited Burj Khalifa. They commended the global icon safety systems and evacuation plans in place. According to them, after studying various international safety codes, they came up with the Emirates Code. This contains a comprehensive list of safety standards tailored specifically to the challenges of the UAE.
In UAE, we're looking forward to be like a benchmark for the region. That's why we build our own code upon to our nature, upon to our need.
On the 7th of July, the event will welcome speakers and feature the latest in fire technologies. Officials hope to make this an annual affair that will benefit both the country as well as the region. While there are still isolated cases of fire incidents from time to time, authorities say keeping abreast of developments in fire safety solutions will continue to raise standards that will ensure the protection of lives as well as properties. Khadija Sali, 7 National News.
Travellers leaving the UAE will have to declare large sums of money from September in a bid to combat money laundering. According to a local report, central bank officials said that as of September the 1st, travellers will have to declare cash or any other financial tool that exceeds 100,000 dirhams when departing the country. The amount of undeclared cash that visitors can bring into the country will also rise from 40,000 dirhams at present to 100,000 dirhams in September. The amended regulation entitled Declaration by Travellers Entering or Leaving the UAE, Carrying Cash and Monetary Financial Bearer Instruments has been developed by the Central Bank, the National Anti-Money Laundering Committee, the Federal Customs Authority and the UAE's various customs departments. And looking to news abroad now, the operator of Japan's stricken Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant said it had suspended operations to clean up radioactive water only hours after it had begun due to a higher than expected rise in radiation levels. The nuclear power plant has been leaking radiation into the atmosphere ever since the March 11th quake and tsunami, and both China and South Korea have expressed concern over the possibility of further leaks into the sea. TEPCO said it could not confirm yet when the cleanup would resume. TEPCO officials said teams working at the plant believe the radiation rise could be linked to either to sludge flowing into the machinery, absorbing caesium, or a monitoring error caused by nearby pipes carrying contaminated water. The suspension of the operation comes as Japan marks 100 days since the earthquake and tsunami left nearly 24,000 dead or missing and knocked out cooling systems at the plant. Authorities in the German state of Hesse on Saturday said there was no danger to the public after the deadly E. coli strain was found in a stream in Frankfurt. A more harmless strain had been found on salad produce at a farm near the river and may have been contaminated by the contact with the water. The ministry earlier issued a written statement saying that there was no danger to the city's drinking water supply and said that as long as the public adhered to basic advice offered by the authorities, there was no present danger from the bacteria. According to Germany's Robert Koch Institute for Infectious Diseases, 38 people have been killed so far, but the samples in the stream, which are still being tested, do not provide evidence of a new outbreak. So far, 3,400 people are thought to have been infected by the E. coli bacteria. And up next, we've got the day's business news, so stay with us.